side of the ball said that their first day impressions of in pads were that they like the conditioning to be better and the tackling to be better. From the offensive side, specifically with your tight ends, what was your overall impression of the first day of pads?
Certainly the first day where pads go on, when you add the physicality side of things, it becomes a more difficult practice for the guys. So the conditioning factor becomes a much bigger part of the practice. So that's always a little bit more difficult the first time you put the pads on. As you see guys starting to fatigue a little bit, the technique starts to go, they start thinking when they're tired, you start seeing a couple more mistakes. So we got to make some improvements as far as that is concerned, but you can see guys giving great effort, trying to fight through the fatigue, and that's what we're trying to get those guys to do.
Relative to, I guess, where you would like to be ideally down the road, a few weeks from now, a few months from now, where are your guys now in terms of what you have to work with as you kind of look across that room? What's your overall impressions of the group?
I'm excited about the group. The group is very hungry. They want to be great. They're coming in, they're studying film, they're asking questions, they're studying the playbook at night. We just have to simply keep on getting better on a day-by-day basis. So those guys are doing a great job as far as being hungry, trying to establish the identity of that group. We just got to get better with our technique and continue to grow.
Towns physically looks a lot different than he did last year already. Have you noticed a change in him since you've gotten here in terms of his stature a little bit?
I have. I think that he's gotten bigger while still leaning up. I mean, I think he's put on some muscle and probably trimmed a little bit of fat, and that's what we're trying to do. We want to have guys that are big and lean so they can play fast and play at the tempo that we're trying to play.
What about Justin Keene? I know that he maybe is an H-back type, but can do a lot of different things. He's a pretty good athlete. What kind of went into the decision to put him in that spot, and what do you think of him so far?
Justin's very athletic. I love his attitude as far as he's in here all the time. I'll be coming back here, going to set up my meeting for the next day. It'll be 9:30 at night, and he's in there watching film. So as far as that's concerned, he wants to be great, and he's working hard at it. He's got a great skill set. He's very athletic. He's going to be a threat with the ball in his hands, and it's going to be helpful for him to have one position that he's focusing on.
I don't know if it's still on tap, but Butch said originally there might be kind of a situational scrimmage on Saturday to do some situational stuff. The special teams go into that, and how do you kind of implement it during the spring, your special teams goals for 2013?
Sure, we're still installing as far as our special teams is concerned. We're going to be very technique-oriented as far as our special teams. It's going to be a lot more technique and effort than it is going to be having a million different schemes. So right now, we're still in the install process as far as special teams is concerned. We'll be getting to some more of getting the whole team together later on in spring. But right now, we're trying to really establish our identity as far as the technique is concerned with special teams.
I'm sorry if you've already been asked this, but George Bullock kind of had a lost year last year.
Sure.
What has he been able to do so far in the spring?
He's doing everything right now. So things are going really well for him. He's just getting right back into it now, but he's doing well so far, but he has no restrictions at this point.